Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we dive deep into company filings so you don't have to. Today we're cracking open Maui Land and Pineapple's latest report, and trust me, even if you're dreaming of Hawaiian beaches, some of these numbers might give you a sunburn. This report shows the company's performance for the first 3 months of the year, and while there's some good news like increased leasing revenue, a big pension expense is casting a shadow. Before we get started, if you're into getting straight insights from corporate documents, subscribe. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below, so you can chat with other finance sleuths. Let's start with a quick peek at their balance sheet, which gives us a snapshot of what they own and what they owe. We see that their accounts receivable, the money owed to them, decreased from about $5 million at the end of last year to roughly $2.6 million now. This means customers are paying faster, or maybe they just sold less. Take a look at a joint venture they have, which dropped significantly from almost $1 million to just $42,000. This could signal a change in how they're valuing that investment, or perhaps they've taken some money out. Now let's hit their income statement and you'll see how they made money and where they might have lost it. Their operating revenue, which is the money they bring in from sales, went up quite a bit from about $2.5 million last year to almost $6 million. That sounds great, but let's look closer. Despite that big jump in revenue, their net loss, which is the bottom line of all income and expenses, is pretty worrying. They lost over $8.6 million this time around, compared to losing just under $1.4 million last year. This means they might be growing revenue, but their spending is going up even faster, resulting in them losing even more money. Cash is king, so let's glance at the cash flow statement to check how much actual money changed hands. Their operating activities, which is the cash they generate from doing what they do, is slightly positive at $157,000. Last year it was slightly negative at negative $10,000. They managed to receive over $600,000 from investment, which helped their cash flow, which is great to see. As a side note, in the supplemental schedule of non-cash activities section, it showed that capitalized property and deferred development costs in accounts payable were at $0.6 million. So that's one to keep an eye on for any future developments. Speaking of debts, let's check out what's going on with the long-term debt. They have access to a $15 million line of credit, and as of March, they had borrowed $3 million of that with an interest rate of 6.375%. Time to dig into some potential problems. There's a notice and finding of violation and order from the State of Hawaii Department of Health concerning their wastewater treatment facility. It's an ongoing issue, so it might come with costs down the road. To get a clearer picture, we can break down their performance by segment and understand where their money comes from. The segment overview shows how their different business areas are doing individually. Leasing is generating income while land development has cost. That shows how diversified revenue streams can help the company. Let's talk about how management gets paid and make sure it's not out of line. A chunk of the compensation for directors and management is paid in company shares through equity and incentive plans. In the past, there were instances of giving additional stock options, but to avoid future complications, they amended equity plan. Now, let's step back and put this filing into perspective. Maui Land and Pineapple Company is facing a mixed bag. They grew revenue, especially from their leasing segment, which is a positive sign for visitor traffic and demand in Maui. However, the huge net loss and ongoing issues with environmental regulations are big concerns. The upcoming expiration of their credit facility might add some pressure. Their future will likely depend on developing their land for agriculture and housing. Looking strictly at the numbers here, it is a little bit of a bumpy ride. The company is at negative 44 cents loss per share, and so it is one to watch for sure. As of right now, the company is still able to pay their debts, and there are no risks of bankruptcy, but things can quickly change, so do your own research. The big risk is overspending without bringing in enough money to justify it. Maui Land and Pineapple is a company with a long history in a beautiful place, but as this filing shows, it's not immune to financial struggles. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives. Also, make sure you check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.